it's Marilyn McKenna, and I'm here today with another strength training tutorial. Today I'm going to talk about squats. Squats are one of those great body weight exercises that you can pretty much do at any level of fitness with no equipment required and do them anywhere. And they're a great addition to pretty much any kind of fitness regimen. I like them because they increase leg strength for other kinds of exercises like running, cycling, climbing, but then also just for functional movement, kind of everyday things that we want to be able to feel strong doing for the rest of our lives, you know, going upstairs, downstairs, standing up, sitting down, all that kind of stuff that's really important as we get older. The muscles used in squats are those big muscles in our legs, so quadriceps, gluteus muscles, and then secondarily hamstrings in the back of the legs and the hips. So those great big muscles, as we build them doing squats, are also going to be increasing metabolism, which, you know, you're not going to get any argument from me about increasing my metabolism. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. So let's talk a little bit about form. When doing squats, there are a few things you want to keep in mind. You want to keep your head and chest up. The tendency is to kind of look down, so you want to keep head and chest up. You want the feet pretty much shoulder to and hip distance apart. Feet can be slightly turned out. You want to keep your core tight and the weight kind of in your heels a little bit. Not leaned back, but weight in your heels. When I do squats, or I should say, when my trainer makes me do squats, she has me do them onto a chair. And the point of that is that as my muscles fatigue, as I'm on the 60th squat or whatever, if I have to touch my butt down to the chair each time, it keeps me honest, make sure that I'm going down all the way down consistently, because I would cheat. So standard squat, just all the way back, touching that chair in my case. If you do them without a chair, just trying to get thighs parallel to the ground. The ways to make squats easier would include just using a chair that isn't quite as low, using a stool or something like that. Other ways would be with a stability ball. And if I haven't talked you into buying one of these yet, go for it, because they're a great piece of equipment, about 15 bucks. And just, doing a squat with the stability ball up against a wall, kind of letting it help you roll your way down the wall. So those are great. And then another way is to make them easier than standard would be to use one of my other favorite pieces of equipment, which is my TRX. And let me flip this thing over the door. Using this makes it easier because you're, the TRX is taking some of the weight off of your legs, so you're using a little bit of arm strength too, which makes it easier. So ways to make squats harder would include pretty much like doing them on one leg as opposed to two, because you're lifting your entire body weight on one leg. So you can do it with a TRX with a single leg. Other ways to make them harder include just like a single leg stand up, so with a chair. Also requires balance, which is another very good thing and benefit. Weighted squats using dumbbells, using a kettlebell in a kind of a wider plie or sumo position, holding it like that, or using that great big bad boy back there, a barbell with it, on your shoulders or trapezius muscles, and then squatting with that'll make you feel really, really badass. And then jump squats would be probably one of the hardest ones, and I'm not going to demo that today because they're really hard for me. I have a bad knee, so but that'll really get your heart pumping. So great way to incorporate some cardio in a routine. So give squats a try. They're a great addition to any kind of fitness regimen. Get your metabolism fired up and build up that leg strength. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.